Good Monday morning. It's April the 11th. As Travis Tritt once sang, what is it? It's a great day to be alive. It truly is. Hope your morning is starting well. We're going to have some rain showers in a little while. Nothing too serious today, but you will need an umbrella through about lunch. I'll tell you all about that here in just a few moments. Right now, 59 as you're starting out, as we expect it to gain about 20 degrees, 79 for a high today to start this Monday, April the 11th. Again, let's say the date on that. Good morning to everyone. I see folks are stirring and getting up, getting their day started. Good morning, Milton. Laura, how are you? Janice Bounds is up. Also, Mary, Melinda, how are y'all doing there? Miss Flora Overstreet, good to see you from Hickory as well. A lot of things over the weekend. Some things I investigated turned out to be not what they said they were. We'll get into all of that this morning at 8 o'clock as Candace will join me as we'll go back live also. Also working, and there were reports of some money stolen from a safe from a business in town. We're investigating that to see if how much of that is true. Hopefully by then we'll have the full report on that as we go behind the scenes to try to find out what's real and what's not. Maybe so. We'll find out all of that as soon as I get some confirmations on all of that this morning. So, how was your weekend? It was beautiful. Now, that's going to be changing over the next 2 to 3 days as we see a little rain today, should end by lunch. Then we've got a threat of severe weather just to our west tomorrow. And then Wednesday, our area here, East Mississippi, and Alabama as well, will have that severe weather threat. We'll get into all of that in just a moment to let you know exactly what it was. I had a chance, and I hope you did too, and I'm going to show you a few of these pictures as we went over to Newton to the Uss Caboose Festival on Saturday. Lord, it was a big turnout for that. From eating in the streets to one of the big attractions that I saw was the car show. Did y'all see any of that? As we pop up some pictures, there's Carrie Latham. I bumped into her in the street. As you go down to the Fall Guy, that truck was there. I also saw the General Lee in the car show. Just Justin Watt's car, Chino's truck. It was just tons. Boy, look at that one. Beautiful car. And the list goes on and on of pictures and cars that were there. That I hope you had a chance to go out and support that. Again, that was Saturday, downtown Newton for the Uss Caboose. It was a big turnout for that. As we go to the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations this morning, we do have 2 people that are missing. As we pull this up this morning, we have a silver alert as we go here for a 59-year-old David Johnson out of Jackson in Hinds County. He's missing this morning. Also, we have another person that is also missing as we go here. Silver alert listed for 75-year-old Patsy Ann Brown of Ament County, Mississippi. Both of these are still missing as the MBI searches for them. Hopefully, both of these folks will be found safe. Well, there's a note there that says she was found safe this morning. That's great news. Okay, so that leaves one. They have not taken the bolo down on her. Hopefully that will come before long. That's great news that somebody was found and they're safe. Like to see stuff like that. Let's see. One of the big news that came out was yesterday afternoon. It was kind of a quiet weekend for the most part. We had some fender benders around, but we did have a report of a shooting yesterday afternoon in the Meridian area. This one hits pretty close to home as, well, let's pull this up where you can see this. This is a one-person shot in Meridian. Go to our webpage and read more about it at sammedia.network. And just to show you the road and where all this is Northwest Baptist Church, where it sits here. This is going to be North Hill Street. This is Shoemate Road. And the shooting happened on this road. Now, it was non-life-threatening. We don't have many other details. The person that was rushed to the hospital didn't give a lot of details on this, other than the fact that he was shot by someone else in the hand. Non-life-threatening, but still, you get shot anywhere on your body. That's a traumatic experience. But reported, and that road kind of dead ends there, and then it would turn right to 52nd and run back up there by D's Automotive. If you go on the back streets there, it kind of follows right along behind North Hill Street as it dead ends back up there, and you can take a left or right to go where you want. But that's where the shooting took place yesterday afternoon. A lot of questions about that. We also last night, again, no one was hurt on this, but I did get reports on 8th Street. 3 gentlemen jumped out of a car with guns and pointed it at another car. Now, no one was arrested. By the time the cops got there, they were gone. But there were several reports of seeing this. And as we back up a few days, we do remember the shooting that was just down the street from there. Whether you want to call it Highway 11, Airport Boulevard, or Highway 19, whichever you want to say that, down from Trustmark Bank at Aguilera Tire Center to where a person was shot at. We showed you the video, and if you haven't seen it, this is your first time, go to our webpage and look that back up. So you can almost like being there watching the video as it goes down. We don't need things like this happening in our neighborhood, and I think everyone agrees with that. But that's the news, and or the headlines, however you want to report it. We tell you how it is, straightforward. There's no sense in sugarcoating something, trying to put it behind a bush because, well, it happened. You need to know it. If you're in those neck of the woods, you need to be aware of what has happened, so in case it happens again. But again, that's we had that one shot reported over the weekend. Otherwise, it was kind of calm on that. Bright and early this morning, once again, back to the streets he went. We got a report this morning live from 5:30 a.m. that Naked Man was out doing his usual thing down North Hill Street. Pretty common occurrence if you travel that road early in the morning. Has he been seen other parts of the day? Yes. But primarily, it's a early morning thing that he does. Anywhere from 4:30 to 6:30 to 7:30 generally seen in those areas down there. But North Hill Street still hasn't been arrested. He makes his round. By the time the cops get there, he's either gone or hid. But that's the way it was this morning. And yes, there have been pictures sent in. Can't show those. But I have had the pictures of people that snap it. And again, the disturbing thing is, wife, kids, your mother, you don't want people to see things like this. But that does all too often happen in our neighborhood. He's a regular. Now, is there something wrong with him? Possibly. I don't know the man. He hadn't been arrested to my knowledge. No one really knows. But it's not natural to do that. We all know that. Did you see the story this weekend as we start branching out from Meridian, looking around at things that went on? Did you see the Mississippi kid that was homeless, living under a bridge? It got so bad that he lived in a tent and he was trying to find work. And when he'd leave his dog behind to stay in the tent. Well, the tent finally gave way and was destroyed, and he realized he didn't have enough money to feed him and his dog. So he went to San Antonio, the animal shelter, and gave up his dog. Just couldn't care for it. They took it in, and they got in touch with the sheriff's department. The next thing you know, the community came together. They raised money, found a place for him to stay that he could get back on his feet, and gave him his dog. They took up donations to feed the dog and him to get him some clothes. And lo and behold, guess what? His mama saw him. That's on the news. Now, we don't know where this will end, but the boy's family, he was apparently a runaway. They interviewed her, and she said that it's been a year since he ran away from home. It was an argument between them, and she wants him to come home. How will this story end? We don't know, but we certainly hope that they can work it out and he can go back home. That would be awful to think that your teenage child ran away from home and wouldn't come back. They're still your child. Bad situation there, and we hope that they can work that out. But that is one of the big headlines out of Mississippi today. And that's kind of a thing making the circuit all across the United States. Pretty big story there. Vicksburg, Mississippi, we go west of here. A police officer is accused of a sexual assault. Don't know if it's true. The Vicksburg report is claiming that a victim said that a police officer pulled behind an abandoned hospital, made sexual advances, turned off the radio, turned off the body cams. It's an investigation. We don't know whether that's true or not, but accusations have been said. We'll find out more about that as that story breaks. Serious charges. Tupelo, let's go north of Meridian. What's going on up there? A 21-year-old man is dead. That's a bad. As we look at this, they don't really know much about it at this point. They just know that a 21-year-old has been killed. They have no idea who did it. The body's been sent off for an autopsy. All too often we see these things, don't we? Let's see, over the weekend, the Uss County, we had a person die in a wreck involved in 18-wheeler rear-ending it. A 46-year-old man has died from this, a gentleman named Tommy Cagle III. We pass along condolences to his family. An investigation into the wreck, how it happened, and what went on. Sad. Over the weekend, let's see here, we also got reports. Let me see here. This is going on in Mississippi here. A lot of people like this. This makes national news out of Mississippi, but a Mississippi couple, you ever had the urge to climb the Appalachian trails? Jackie Jack White's done this several times, but the entire length is almost 2,200 miles long. And Wayne and Margaret Van Landingham did it. The entire thing took them nearly a year. Wow. Glad that was you and not me. But again, a lot of people love that hiking. That's I've heard that if you enjoy that, that's the place to go. But pretty big deal for someone to accomplish that. As we go north of here, we go up to the Columbus area. We mentioned a week or so ago that they were going to be installing cameras, take pictures of your tag, send you a ticket in the mail. The mayor of Columbus has vetoed it. Hopefully that'll stop. I've seen this in so many cities across America where they put these in that send these tickets, and then it ends up in the long run. They don't do the pictures right, and you're paying for tickets that you didn't actually do. Yeah, that's true. That happens a lot. I'm going to research this stuff. It's almost a scam to a degree. Maybe I don't know all of the facts of this stuff, but if you're going to get a ticket, I would rather get it from an actual police officer than a camera sending it to me in the mail. They've got that stuff throughout Texas. Some of it's been outlawed, some of it hasn't. But Columbus has been vetoed. We'll see where that goes. The Uss Alabama. How many times you've been going to the coast and you pass the big boat over there to the right? It looks like it's getting a new deck. So many people visit it. They're going to put some money into that. That's a pretty good deal there. So it's getting a facelift, so to speak, on the USS Alabama. As we look at some national stories this morning, we've heard all of this about Elon Musk joining the board of Twitter. And then they said if he joined the board, there'd be no way he could do anything about reinstating Trump. Don't know where this is headed, but officially this morning, although he owns the biggest stake in Twitter, he has refused to become a board member. What does that mean? I don't know. But he has walked away from being a board member. I guess he can maybe do more from the sidelines. We'll watch that story. That's kind of breaking news this morning. As we see that Biden today, this is coming. And what is a ghost gun? This is a gun that you can build yourself. You can order a part here, a part there, and you put it together yourself, and then it's not registered with the federal government. Biden is expected to announce regulations starting soon. They're expecting him to come out today and make comments on this. There you go. We'll see how that turns out also. I've seen them, and I'm sure you have. You pull up to the gas pump, and you see that little sticker that says, I did that, and it's a picture of Biden. A Pennsylvania man has been arrested for putting those on a gas pump. I mean, come on. We've got people that are burning things in America, hurting people, and this guy gets arrested for a sticker. He didn't harm anything. You could take Windex and clean it off. You hate to even have to talk about things like that, but that is true. It's a sticker. I mean, come on. Yesterday afternoon, did you see this? It's all over the internet today as you wake up. Times Square, people were running. They were scared. There was an explosion in a manhole of some sort. People thought something bad had happened. There's pictures of it everywhere this morning as you go and look and see what happened there. It rocked New York City there. Everybody's safe. Everything is okay, but everybody assumed it was something worse, and you can't blame them. I just got a note that Jason says that Naked Man is now on North Hills as we speak. So if you're in that neighborhood, maybe if you're the police watching, you could go visit our friend Mr. Naked Man. He is now walking down the street as we speak, naked as a jaybird, as they used to say. That's a fact. So, in the area there. So if y'all have said many, many times, why can't police catch it? Maybe they're watching. Maybe they're in the area, and they can pay a little visit to our friend there and find out why he loves to do this. And I have to ask Jason, what area is that on? Is he on the western end of North Hills, down where usually by Firestone, or which end? Just so that you'll be aware of where things are. Hang close. We're going to be right back with more news, and we're going to get into the weather to find out what is coming our way. We've got some serious weather right around the corner. That's on the way next. Spring is here, and it's time to quit spending all of your weekend cutting grass when you could step up to a Skag zero-turn mower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the number one choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk. Michael Swansea, your Alpha Insurance agent, truly cares about his customers and makes it easy to get you the coverage you need at a competitive price that you can afford. Michael can tell you more about homeowner insurance. Maybe you've just bought a new mobile home, or you're renting for the first time and need insurance. Let Alpha protect your family with life insurance. And as your business grows, so does your insurance need. Michael Swansea, your Alpha Insurance agent. Call him at 601-938-0123. Morning and welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. As we almost have to sing an old B.J. Thomas song this morning. Remember that? Raindrops keep falling on my head. Well, that's what we've got on radar as we pull this up for everybody to see. It's starting to move into the area. The West Lauderdale area is seeing a little bit more rain right now. This should pass by lunchtime. That's what it's forecasted. We'll pay close attention to this. Let's zoom in on radar and show you these areas that have the most rain this morning. As we do this, let's show you your locations where you know exactly where you are in relation to this. We start up in Neshoba County and raining very hard up here around Sugarlock Lumber. This is going to be south of the Kentucky Fried Chicken. The further that you get closer to that Kemper County line, the heavier it is right there. That west there, Highway 14, light rain. But right in this lower southwest corner there of Neshoba County, some heavy rain. As we move into Kemper County this morning, we're showing some showers there around Linville. And as we go south and we get closer down here on Highway 493, that's where the rain picks up this morning. So if you're traveling from 493 into Meridian this morning, or 39 or 495, any of those areas there, pretty heavy rain. Lauderdale County starting to see this anywhere out near Battlefield. Also right here at the Duffy Volunteer Fire Department, we've got showers there also, all the way back over here to Little Rock. Now, it's not heavy, but it is some showers there. So if you're in this area right in here, you're not wet yet, but you'll get some in a little while. We start showing downtown Newton, Mississippi, getting some showers there. That's going to be right around the high school, making its way over toward Lazy Boy in those areas across the intersection there. We'll get some there. Light rain there at Rose Mobile Homes. But again, Toonsuba, a sprinkle. Right now, Clark County looks good, but as you can see out to your west, this old rain is starting to ease its way in. Nothing heavy yet, but it's there. We got some showers and thunderstorms occurring at Vicksburg this morning. So if you're traveling 20, you can do that. And the good news is, as we get back over this area here, I-20 has been reopened. As they've done some emergency repairs there Saturday. They've done a quick job on that and got that road back open. So if you've got to travel that way today, it's a lot better. But that's the outlook of what we've got on radar right now. All right, let's go back over here and let's start to discuss what's going to happen with the severe weather as it makes its way in.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Our record highs, record lows, 2019, 87 on this date. It was a warm day. Our coolest day was set back in 89 with a low of 31. A chilly day it was. Now, as we look at the forecast for today, and somehow or another left Meridian off of that, we'll look at the Alabama side first, 74, 75 there in Fayetteville. And we get into Tuscaloosa area, 77, as well as our friends over at Livingston will be 77 as you get back into the Meridian area also. 79, a little bit warmer on the Mississippi side, and this will carry all the way over to the west side of the state, and we'll see some 80s to the south. Is what we're expecting this morning. All right, as we start looking at what is coming, let's roll down and look at this. Now, tomorrow, here's what we've got. The west side of the state is under a level 2. Is there time for this to move a little bit closer? It absolutely is. But right now we're watching for tomorrow on Tuesday, the worst of the weather to be Vicksburg, Brookhaven, Jackson, Mississippi, and the Mississippi Delta. We'll get some light stuff as we follow this line from Scott, Leake, and Atala County. Even Smith will see a level 1. Right now, all of this area from Winston County, Meridian, Clark County aren't going to see anything other than maybe a sprinkle. That's what we've got forecasted at this point. But that's going to change as we go into Wednesday. As we pull this up, now the winds tomorrow will be pretty strong also to the west there. Gusts of 35 miles an hour. Now, here we are. This has changed a little bit over the last 24 hours. At one point, it had all of Clark and Lauderdale County in this. At this point, as we look at this line, and we'll pull it up on the map here in a moment, it's still a level 3 for parts of Lauderdale County. We're on the extreme eastern side of this storm system as it makes its way through on Wednesday. Hattiesburg, a level 2, Laurel as well. But all of these areas, Newton County, you're in this with a level 3, Philadelphia, most of Kemper County and Noxubee County, Winston, right in the center of this. What does this mean? This is a level 3. Severe storms are going to be likely in this. Damaging winds of up to 70 miles an hour. You could see golf ball size hail. Tornadoes possible with this. Even on this side here, if this stays with portions east of Meehan and all through there past structural steel, on the east side of this, it's still 60-mile-an-hour winds and tornadoes still possible. Weather does not know an imaginary line when it's that close. It's going to be Wednesday afternoon into those dark time hours, and they will tweak this from the National Weather Service as it gets closer for us to know more about this, and we'll be here to tell you as we watch it. Is flash flooding possible Wednesday? It certainly is as we look at this. 2 to 3 inches of rain is expected to hit us on Wednesday. Low-lying areas, you know where they are. The roads have the cups in them. Be careful. It'll cause a bad accident. We don't want you to be in anything that's bad come Wednesday. All right, let's pull this down. Let's go. We look at Alabama, then we'll pull up the map here. This is what the National Weather Service forecast for it. Hamilton, Alabama, getting that level 3. Most of the area from Tuscaloosa, Livingston, all of these areas are going to be that level 2. And over in Auburn, we'll downgrade to a level 1. Now, let's go to radar and take this a little bit closer where we can put it in our terms where we can see a lot better. Let me turn this on. And here we go as we pull this up this morning. This is what we've got with the severe weather. As I mentioned before, this is going to cut across kind of northeasterly. Let's turn on our locations where you see where it is and what things are. This level 3 goes all the way right there to the football field in Scuba, Mississippi. It will cut across, take in all of Wahalak. We start up here. Most of Noxubee County in it, barely right there at the Bama line, is it not? Bennsville, you are a level 2. East of Scuba, out in Giles, a level 2. Baca Valley. Cowboy Church barely makes that line at that level 3 there. Chicken Shack, Highway 45 is a level 2. As we get into Lauderdale County, as we'll see there, Noxubee, up there, and now I'm into Neshoba County. All of this Neshoba County area is a level 3. As we track back to Leake County, that's going to be a level 3. Here's Lauderdale County tomorrow. This will go right up Highway 39, where you turn to go to NAS Meridian. That's going to be a level 3. That's the line through there. All the areas taken in Samdale Monument, North Lauderdale Water Association. You come down Highway 39, and this will dip back just to the west and take in Highway 493. It won't quite make it all the way over to 39 when you get into Lauderdale County. As we follow this, and just some of the roads to mention as you get in here, Dogwood Lake Road, just about to where it comes up to where the substation is right here. That's how close it is. Here's Fire Station number 9 in Meridian, right there on Highway 39. Then you've got that Dollar General sitting there. That's how close that level 3 is there. As we come down, this will cut across the Broadmoor area or North Hills area right there at Last Chance Tobacco, and follow back here on Poplar Springs Drive all the way out toward Commercial Bank. As you get up here, it will follow right there at Northcrest Baptist Church. Northcrest will be a level 3. As it cuts back across westerly over Highway 910, taking in Walmart, and then cutting due south to the airport and then on into Clark County. As we look at this right there at Dunn's Fall, and then taking in Enterprise, and it does miss as you get into Stonewall area. Only Enterprise right now is a level 3, but all of this back in Jasper County is a level 3. As we pull this where you can see that a little bit better there. Clark, these areas here in Wayne are level 2. Again, we are relatively 3 days out from this. This will change. It'll either go further east or it'll go back a little bit. It's going to be back and forth. But nonetheless, as we look at this, it is severe weather lined up, whether it's a 3 or a 2. And as I've done a bunch of reading on this, and they're calling it Dixie Alley, as these tornadoes make their way. This is going to be a huge outbreak to the west of us tomorrow, and then it makes its way into our area on Wednesday. As they said, some of these areas starting on Tuesday could see more tornadoes than they have in the last 3 years. Again, that's to the west of us on Tuesday. We're not in any kind of major threat at all on Tuesday, But our neighbors out in Dallas, those areas there, is just to give you a look at this. Let me pull this back up. I didn't show you tomorrow. This is the outbreak that we're looking for tomorrow. Again, here's the Meridian area here. It's way to the west of us, Jackson, that even gets at level 2. Right in here is where the concern of tornadoes are. From just north of Austin, Texas, takes in Waco, all of the Dallas, Denton, Plano area, up through Oklahoma City, all the way up through here, Topeka, Kansas, Iowa. Those areas in Omaha will see a very serious threat. They're going to be camping out in this area around Dallas, the storm chasers getting ready to go after this. And then that will shift further east on Wednesday to us. I don't have a green screen. I can't help but use my hands. It's a southern thing. Sorry about that. But that is what is expected with the severe weather as we watch this. Is Florence, Richland tomorrow? Yes, Richland and those areas in Jackson will be a part of that, Kathy. Again, it could go back and forth, but anything from downtown Jackson at the Stack back west is a level 2. Now, that is the level 2 is not as serious as it is out in Texas. Is there a chance or two of a possible tornado in those areas? Possible, yes. But the most likelihood of tornadoes will be west of Jackson. That's what we're expecting. We'll watch this very closely as this comes closer. Karina says that her son lives out in Triton, Texas. So watch that. If you've got any family members that live out in those areas around Waco, up through Denton, be on the lookout. This could be some very serious weather as we watch this. We want everybody to be as safe as they absolutely can. Have to go to Jackson tomorrow, depending upon what time, and I'll have some more timelines on this, Kristen, as you point this out. As we watch these storms, it'll be safe to get over and get back. As you get past into Brandon and these areas, getting back toward our area, it'll lighten up. Be light rain in between there. It'll be west of there most likely. You should be okay, but it's your choice as you decide what to do. I'll give you some road conditions and what we expect as we get a little closer on this. Lillian says it's raining on North Lauderdale-Kemper line at 495, and I see that on the radar there. Thundering in House, Mississippi this morning. As LaWanda pointed out about Naked Man, mental illness is no joke. That's absolutely true. As we come through this, light rain everywhere. Jason said last spotted at the skating rink. What we were talking about is Naked Man where he was. That was the last place we saw it, right down from Firestone there, right almost across from Northcrest Baptist Church. It was maybe about 10 minutes ago is where that was last spotted. So that's a quick look at that. Let's finish out and let you know what the temperatures are going to do with the weather here as we come across this. As we pull this up, here we go, 6 to 10 day outlook. Cooler weather on the way. As we look at our 7-day forecast, and here's what we've got from the National Weather Service as we break this down for you. 79 today, and we do have a 60% chance of rain. This will most likely end lunchish, somewhere right around there, with gusts of 30 miles an hour today. Tonight, down to a 20% chance, but we still got 25-mile-an-hour gusts. Tomorrow, temperatures will heat up more, 82 with a 20% chance of showers. Again, that bad weather to our west. As we look at Tuesday night, increasing to a 30% chance, and then we've got 60 to 70% chance of rain moving in on Wednesday, and that will increase Wednesday night to a 90% chance of showers. Some of those could be severe. Low will hit about 58 and still gusty, 25-mile-an-hour gusts there. Thursday, rain chances decrease to a 20%. Friday still slightly in there. Even through Sunday, we have a slight 30% chance of showers in there. Hopefully all this will make way for a beautiful weekend. That's what we're hoping, but it's still forecasted with slight chances of rain there. As we pull out and we take a look at our fishing forecast, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here's what we've got. Major times today from 9 a.m. until right around lunch if you're getting out fishing. Gusts, let's talk about those winds, though. South wind, 10 to 20, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour as we pull that up to look at that fishing forecast for the remainder of the day. That's an outlook for everything. Candace is getting ready. We're going to have some more stories for you. We'll let you know exactly what's happening in the Meridian areas. We try to get it all together for you as we start to roll things into a Monday morning. Stormy in Brandon, Mississippi, Melanie Mann says. How are you? Glad to see you there. Drizzle in Hickory. It is. Now, again, as you leave home, Don't speed. This is when that oil and slick stuff gets on the road. Cause accidents if you slam on brakes too hard. Be careful. We'll see you back in exactly 1 hour from now. We'll go live to let you know what's happening in our area. Thanks for being a part of it. We'll see you soon from Scotty Ray's Weather.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: